Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before we begin today's detailed defense report, we first want to pause and send our heartfelt prayers to all those who have been affected by the recent earthquake. To every family, every community, and every individual who is facing loss or hardship, may strength, safety, and recovery come quickly. We encourage all our viewers to join us in sending compassion and solidarity to those in need. And while you are here, please take a moment to subscribe and click the notification bell. Your support allows us to continue producing fact-based, in-depth defense reports that remain free for all viewers. Every subscription helps us grow this platform into one of the most reliable defense update channels on YouTube. Take a second right now, click that red button, and let's move forward together. Today's focus is on a ship that may not carry the glamour of a new frigate or a state-of-the-art corvette, but whose story is deeply tied to the resilience and adaptability of the Philippine Navy. We are talking about BRP Bienvenido Salting, PC-112, a coastal patrol craft with decades of history behind it. Originally part of the Tomas Badio class, derived from South Korea's Chamsuri-type patrol craft, this vessel first joined the Philippine Navy in 1996. For more than 2 decades, it patrolled coastal waters, countered smuggling operations, engaged in anti-piracy duties, and stood ready to serve during humanitarian crises. In 2018, the ship was officially decommissioned. After 22 years of active service, it was believed that PC-112 had reached the end of its operational life. Naval ceremonies marked its retirement, and observers assumed that this vessel's story had concluded. But as we often see in military history, some ships refused to fade quietly. After undergoing a careful program of repair and refurbishment, BRP Bienvenido Salting, PC-112, has now returned to operational service, renewed, strengthened, and ready once again to serve the nation. The reactivation of this ship is not a small achievement. Restoring an older patrol craft requires immense effort. Spare parts become difficult to source, older systems must be integrated with modern requirements, and the very hull of the ship must be inspected, reinforced, and tested for seaworthiness. According to open-source observers and defense monitoring reports, the Philippine Navy invested in refurbishing its engines, upgrading navigational and communication equipment, and reinforcing key structural elements of the hull. These efforts ensure that PC-112 can sail with confidence, maintaining the reliability needed for daily maritime security. It is important to understand why bringing back an older vessel still matters. The Philippines is a maritime nation with over 7,600 islands and vast stretches of exclusive economic zones. While frigates and modern corvettes play vital strategic roles, they are too few and too valuable to be dispatched for every routine mission. This is where patrol craft like BRP Bienvenido Salting, PC-112, prove their worth. Smaller, faster to deploy, and more economical to operate, they fill the everyday gaps, intercepting suspicious small boats, patrolling fisheries to deter illegal activities, or quickly responding to maritime incidents. Armed with a 30mm primary cannon and multiple heavy machine guns positioned across the deck, PC-112 carries enough firepower to deter or disable hostile small craft without escalating to major combat. Its compact size and agility make it effective in coastal waters where larger vessels cannot maneuver as easily. Beyond combat duties, however, the ship's humanitarian potential is equally significant. In the aftermath of typhoons or earthquakes, vessels like PC-112 can transport relief supplies, ferry personnel, or serve as communication hubs for isolated communities. In this dual role, security and humanitarian aid, the ship's renewed presence carries great meaning. From a symbolic perspective, the return of BRP Bienvenido Salting, PC-112, represents resilience. It reflects the Navy's ability to maximize resources and extend the usefulness of every available asset. Rather than leaving a retired ship to rust away, the Navy has demonstrated ingenuity by restoring it into active service. This sends a message that even older tools, when maintained and modernized, still have the power to contribute to national defense. Operationally, the ship is expected to be assigned to coastal districts where illegal fishing, smuggling, or piracy remains a threat. These are the areas where rapid deployment and constant presence are most necessary. Local sightings and maritime monitoring have already noted its activity, suggesting that it has returned not just as a ceremonial asset but as a fully functional part of the fleet. For the crew, serving aboard a refurbished ship is both a challenge and a privilege. While the systems are older compared to new warships, the experience of operating them offers valuable training. Sailors who begin their careers on ships like PC-112 gain practical knowledge in seamanship, gunnery, and maintenance, which prepares them for more advanced assignments in the future. In this way, PC-112 is not only defending the nation but also training the Navy's next generation of leaders and specialists. The larger context here is important. The Philippine Navy is undergoing modernization, acquiring new frigates, corvettes, and fast attack interdiction craft. But modernization is a long process, requiring years for shipbuilding, delivery, and integration. During this transition, older vessels like PC-112 bridge the gap. They ensure that patrol missions continue, that maritime boundaries remain guarded, and that the Navy's presence is visible across the archipelago. For the Philippine people, the return of BRP Bienvenido Salting PC-112 is a reassurance. It is proof that the Navy remains committed to defending the seas, not just with new acquisitions but with every asset available. The ship, once retired, now stands again with renewed power, symbolizing perseverance, adaptability, and national resolve. As always, we must emphasize that our report is based on open-source analysis and Maritime Observer accounts. Official statements regarding ship reactivation may not always be immediately available, but the evidence strongly indicates that this vessel has been successfully refurbished and is once again an active asset of the Philippine Navy. To conclude, the story of BRP Bienvenido Salting PC-112 reminds us that naval strength is not measured only by the newest and largest ships, but also by the ability to keep proven platforms alive and useful. It is about presence, persistence, and the will to safeguard national waters under all circumstances. With its refurbishment complete and its status restored, PC-112 is back where it belongs, on the seas, serving the nation with strength and renewed purpose. Thank you for watching this defense update. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future reports. Your time, comments, and engagement are deeply appreciated. Stay safe, stay informed, and together, let's continue to follow these important developments.